Derby County sind riesig.
Derby County sind riesig.
Derby County sind riesig.
Derby County sind riesig. We're off to Germany for the Europa League today. I'm just brushing up on my German. Derby County are massive. Into the episode we go. One more time.
Derby County sind riesig.
Derby County sind riesig. Oh, we've got this. Smashed it. 10 out of 10. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Derby County series. My name, of course, is Breezy, and I hope you are doing very, very well. As always, before we get into today's episode, don't forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video whilst you're here as well. Derby we've been going along pretty well in the Premier League so far, and we've already played one game in the Europa League, and today we're playing our second, our first away trip away at Wolfsburg, so I'm very excited to see how we get on. So leave a like if you are excited to see that. And I said we've been ticking along quite nicely, and we have. We sit 7th in the table after just 6 games played, 2 wins, 3 draws, and just the 1 defeat to speak of. The 1 goal difference is quite pathetic in all honesty, but like, it's been good so far. I think after the rip-roaring start we had with the wins against Leicester and the draw against Fulham, we then went to beat Arsenal at home with a Yusuf Demir winner in the 52nd minute, followed by a very narrow 1-0 defeat to Manchester City with Declan Rice scoring the winner. That one hurt. What followed, though, was a brilliant 3-1 win at home to Real Sociedad in the first Europa League game. Arezo, Demir and Gallagher on the score sheet to secure 3 points there. That was followed up by a 1-1 draw at home to Sheffield United before being dumped out of the League Cup by Newcastle. We played a very rotated team. I'm not really that bothered about the League Cup this year, if I'm being completely honest. And following that, we stayed at St James's Park as we played Newcastle again, this time in the league. A 1-1 draw this time with Matthias Arezo rescuing us a point from the penalty spot in the 65th minute. So, as I said, all things considered, with a bunch of new players in the team, it's all going pretty well so far. And as previously mentioned, the first game is away at Wolfsburg in the Europa League, followed by a home game against West Ham United in the Premier League. So it'll be a good barometer to see roughly where about the team is at this point in the season. And formation-wise, it's been pretty much the same. This is the lineup we've been going with. The lineup you would have seen in the last episode is what we've been sticking with pretty much. I have to say, Martinez, Gallagher and Ferguson as a midfield trio have been absolutely fantastic. Demir, Elise and Arezo are starting to get to grips with each other as well. So the team, slowly but surely, is starting to get to grips with each other, which is really good to see. As far as the rest of the transfer window goes, there was no more business, no more outs, no more ins, but we still have £15 million left to spend in January if we choose to do so. Also, just under 59 million, or 50 million, sorry, in the overall bank balance. So financially, as you know, real life, not really the case for Derby at the moment. We are in pretty good stead, I think, going forward, as you can see their financial status rich, which I think for the Derby fans would be a relief to see, given everything that's going on at the moment. But like I said, we got off to an absolutely fantastic start with that win against Real Sociedad, so if we can continue that on and make it 2 wins out of 2 in the Europa League against what's going to be a very difficult Wolfsburg team. It says there they're probably going to play a back 5, which is always difficult, I find, to play against this year in FM, but hopefully we can go there and get the job done. I mean, Derby County are massive after all. For those of you who don't speak German, that's what I was trying to say, or learn to say at the start of the episode, and I think I nailed it, to be honest. And as mentioned, I showed you the team earlier. It's pretty much going to be exactly the same. We're not going to make any changes going into this huge game away at Wolfsburg. Let's see if we can get the job done. Now, you may have noticed that Manchester City are in this year's Europa League competition with us as well, as they beat Slavia Prague early on 4-0. So our chances of actually winning this competition, just given that City are in there, are quite slim, if we're being honest. That's in before the Champions League teams drop into it. But even so, we're in this competition. Don't know if we're going to be in it again next season, so we might as well go all out for it to see if we can bring that trophy home. As we've given the ball away there, annoyingly, and there's a simple ball over the top. Ambrose finds himself in space, clean through, and it is a goal for Wolfsburg. I mean, that seemed just a bit too easy for my liking. We gave the ball away in the midfield, and it's just a simple ball over the top, completely cut our defence open. And as a result, yeah, it's just a poor ball from Nathan Collins. And like I said, we don't really react. They do. They got runners, and we don't deal with Ambrose, and he's clean through, puts Wolfsburg 1-0 up. Okay, annoying. Only 25 minutes in though. Still plenty of time, hopefully, for us to get back into this one. As we have ourselves a corner, Michael Elise standing over it, sends the ball in. Martinez with a header, it's gone in off the underside of the crossbar. I thought it was going to bounce out there for a second, but no, Lisandro Martinez, first goal for Derby County, and what a time to get it, away from home in the Europa League, in front of the travelling Derby fans. It's a brilliant header, has to be said, and I'm surprised there, to be honest. I think that was Kim Min-jae wrestling with someone on the goal line, that there wasn't an infringement for offside or something, but the goal is given. Great header from Martinez, and what a perfect time to score. 3 minutes before half-time, it's 1-1, all to play for still in the second half. Is this the sort of game where you bring Sergio Aguero onto the field to sort of bring that experience and try and find a winner from him? As Wolfsburg are coming forward, though, with Windshelmer. And again, Ambrose has got himself in behind. We've not really dealt with him that well today. The shot comes in. It's a good save from Bodar. Tip behind for a corner. And like I said, that Ambrose guy, he's the one that's causing us real problems at the moment. Now it's our corner. Elise swings it in, looking for, I think that was Nathan Collins that time. It's headed clear. And now Wolfsburg have a chance to counter-attack as Arnold. He's held up by Gallagher. Goes back to Lokagui, I think that is. And now Witzel. And hopefully we've managed to get ourselves back into shape as Mitchell does brilliantly to intercept. And now can we fashion a chance as Mitchell has been closely followed, finds Ferguson, back to Tyreek Mitchell. And we're being a little bit patient here. We just need to try and find a space for someone to run onto. As we look for Demir, it's not a good enough pass to find him, really. Thankfully, the goalkeeper's clearance comes back to us with Nathan Collins. And now Nico Williams. Like, come on, lads, we've got to make the most of this opportunity here. As Arezzo, he's got options ahead of him. Back into Martinez, looking for Yusuf Demir, who's clean through. Oh, it's an awful finish, it has to be said, from Yusuf Demir. He gets himself into a great position, but it's a tame finish. And from there, he really should be doing better. As Demir heads it down for Gallagher. And Martinez now will just look to try and play make from that sort of deeper position, which is what we want him to do, of course. As Williams gets himself on his right-hand side, back into Demir, back into Williams. And we're just looking for a run, really, from Arezzo, from Elise, or even from Gallagher. Just someone to make a run into the area they're not going to track, as Mitchell now has it. Into Michael Elise, finds Conor Gallagher, looks back for Elise. I thought Gallagher was shaping up to shoot there, I'll be honest. And now, because we've pushed up, we've got no one back, and it's a 2v1, as Weghorst has it. Weghorst scores. I mean, he's so annoying that we've just been done on the counter-attack so easily like that. We're enjoying such good possession, and it's just a poor pass. We give it away, and they just hit us on the break. As it was 2v1, it pretty much was because Kim Min-jae was struggling to keep up. And yeah, Weghorst finds himself in acres of space. He's not really going to miss from there, is he? And Wolfsburg retake the lead. Right, I think we need to change something. All right, as soon as we get 5 subs in the Europa League this year, I've decided to go for it and bring on 3 immediately. Aguero, Mousse, and Bali. I still can't, but Manuel's coming on, still can't pronounce the name. And we're going with a 4-2-4 with Aguero partnering Arezzo up front. Hopefully that is going to be enough to hopefully rescue something from this game for us, because we played well. I think we definitely deserve something. So it turns out, where it said there that I had 3 subs left, that was wrong. We don't have 5 subs. We, in fact, only have 3. I'm now terrified someone's going to get injured. As time is ticking away, we're into the final 10 minutes. I mean, it's been a very close game, just looking at the match stats. But it's been real, I'll be honest, just 2 moments of really poor defending from us that looks to have cost us here, where I feel like both goals were pretty much avoidable. As Wolfsburg coming forward again, we've got more attacking to try and rescue something, but Macias finds himself through, chips the goalkeeper. Thankfully, it's over the bar. But it looks like it's going to be a defeat in the Europa League for the first time this season. As we enter into stoppage time, it looks like it's going to be another chance for Wolfsburg, as it finds Weghorst. I mean, look, he just about keeps it in. Well, if we can win it back here, in a good position to counter, but it doesn't look like we're going to, as Tanganga finds Gerhardt on the edge of the box, back to Tanganga. And again, if we can just win the ball back, we've got options up front that we can try and counter with, but we are struggling. It has to be said. Wolfsburg doing a very good job of controlling the last few minutes of this game. As I mean, Manuel, do you maybe want to stick a foot in, lad? I mean, it's not going to hurt anyone. As the cross comes in, Macias gets his head to it. Head's just wide, and yeah, we have just been outclassed. I think today, Wolfsburg just had the better of us. So I say that we are just over stoppage time, and we have a corner. Surely not this late in the game. As Arezzo standing over it, swings it in, and Collins can't get there. Is this an actual chance, or is the game just teasing me? Manuel keeps it in, back for Arezzo, brings it under control, loses it, the game's teased me, and there you go, it's 2-1. Unbelievable. Frustrating again. I feel like we played fairly well, about judging off the match stats, to get something out of the game. It just wasn't to be, unfortunately. It's annoying, really. Annoyingly, morale's a little bit low in the camp right now, but bear in mind, I think we've actually had a pretty good start to the season, all things considered. But if you look at the morale of the team, it's not brilliant, so we have to go into the West Ham game now and try and wrestle the morale back by getting a win, really. That's all we really can do in this situation. Right, so up next then, we have West Ham United at home, and for this one, I've made a few changes to starting 11. Kim Min-jae is not fully fit, so he's coming out for Tom McIntyre. I'm also making Conor Gallagher a centre attacking mid on attack rather than a box-to-box. I'm also bringing in Manuel Mousse and Sergio Aguero, as I feel like Elise, Arezzo, and Demir have played a fair few games recently and not been at their absolute best, so we're going to give them a rest for this one and bring someone else in. I've also noticed as well that Nico Williams is quite tired. I don't really have another option to bring in, if I'm being honest. So he's just gonna have to get on with it, really. Got the likes of Harry Wilson on the bench as well if we do want to try something a little bit different. But let's see then if we can get a result at home against West Ham United. Again, we've had some decent home results already this season. Let's see if this can be another one. I think West Ham again are playing a back 5, annoyingly. So hopefully we can overcome it a lot better than we did in midweek against Wolfsburg. But yeah, on to the game against West Ham United. And 20 minutes in, we've already had an injury. Lise Mousse is being forced off, a potential thigh injury, which is annoying, but that's okay. We'll bring Yusuf Demir back into the team then, as he can go out onto that right-hand side. But yeah, annoying. There was a big chance for Mousse to sort of stake a claim for a starting place this season, but no, it's not really gone well for him, as Nico Williams has done well to intercept here, and we find ourselves on the attack. He's got Demir obviously up there with him, same with Gallagher. And what can we do here? Martinez with a bit of, well, I say a bit of space, been closed down very quickly. And now Lewis Ferguson has it. Looks for Sergio Aguero, just dropping in, trying to link play up as Gallagher now has it. Goes for goal and just fires over. What a goal that would have been from Conor Gallagher. That's to say, though, 10 minutes before half-time, we are seeing not really anything, to be honest. I think West Ham are doing a pretty good job of shutting us out here. We only had just the 3 shots in the game so far. But we're coming forward again this time with Manuel, back into Tyreek Mitchell. And like I said, from the highlights, it's been pretty much all us so far. So we can capitalise on this and get a goal before half-time. That'd be fantastic. As Demir finds himself through, and once again, Yusuf Demir. It's a terrible finish. Had the same thing in the Wolfsburg game. Gets himself in a really good position, through on goal. And it's just such a weak effort, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Thankfully, we get a corner as a result of it. It's swung in, headed out by Holding as Demir gets it back. And we're looking for a chance here as Martinez fires it across, looking for Collins. It's cut out by Vlasic, back for Ferguson, who I don't really know what that was, to be honest, from Lewis Ferguson. Not a lot at all going on, really, to be honest, from us, especially going forward. Been really, really poor. The one chance we have had of any real note was from Demir, and it was just not a good finish whatsoever. I'm going to tell the rest of the boys they're doing okay, but it's the front three I'm really not happy with. I'm going to say not been good enough in front of goal, and hopefully that can spark some sort of reaction into the second half. West Ham with a free kick, though. Paredes goes for goal. Goodness me, that ball travelled. It comes back off the crossbar, and thankfully we get it clear. But that is, the first real chance of note for West Ham. And that was worrying as they get a throw in almost immediately. As Vlasic now finds Bowen. And they've got a few options in the box to aim for here. As Fornals looks to operate some space for himself. Back to Kurt Zouma. And now we need to push up, really, and try and put some pressure on his back line. We're not really doing that. As Paredes, West Ham got so much time and space on the ball, which is really frustrating to see. One thing we were really good at last season was sort of being aggressive in our press, but we're not really seeing that from us today. As the cross comes in, looking for Vlasic, it's headed clear. Manuel doesn't get there. It falls for Fornals. I've got a really bad feeling about this, I'm not going to lie to you. As Bowen, back to Fornals, into Jesse Lingard, who is back at West Ham, which part of me kind of loves that, to be honest. As it's about to Piatkowski? I don't know. Vlasic is in. He's chips it over the bar. Thank Christ. God, that was a difficult name to say for that centre-back there, it has to be said. Right, okay, West Ham are coming back into this now, and we aren't really doing an awful lot. Gallagher is absolutely knackered, so I think the best thing to do would be... Do you know what? I'm going to try Harry Wilson as a centre midfield on attack. I think he could do quite well there. Aguero's done, let's be honest, absolutely nothing, so I think we'll leave him out there for now. I've already made 2 subs, so I think we'll see how it goes for now. But as we approach the hour mark, I think we are going to look at thinking about a change relatively soon. As we see a highlight now, Costa playing the goal kick short into Baptiste, and hopefully we don't let West Ham just sort of come onto us here and out from their own goal kick. But it looks like that's what's happening. And again, they've just got so much time to do what they want on the ball. Martinez tries to make the tackle. It falls really kindly back to them as Fornals finds Vlasic, who's away from our defender. It's a really good save from Bodo, who's keeping us in this, to be honest. So, well, first half, we look pretty good. Second half, we've been nowhere near at it. I think you can see from the sort of fitness of the players, the extra games we're having to play is already starting to take its toll. So it's definitely something we have to look at. It may be in our training or maybe just more of our squad rotation going into the season, but we look absolutely shattered. All right, 10 minutes to go then. Are we likely to get something out of this, or is it going to be a really sort of lifeless 0-0 draw? 2 really disappointing results this if we can't win either of these games. I was hoping we get at least a win out of one of them, but no, it's a 0-0 draw at home to West Ham in a game where, in terms of attacking, we were absolutely woeful, and we've lost to Wolfsburg in a game that we probably should have got at least a point out of, to be honest. Annoying, really, but I suppose we've got to remember that it's only our second season in the Premier League. So I guess we can't panic just yet. Curious to see what this injury to Mousset is. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. 3 to 4 weeks for him, and Demir is only out for a few days. Thankfully we go into an international break, though. Some of the boys are going to get a little bit of a rest. But, yeah, I said we started the season quite well. With those 2 results now, we now haven't won a game since the Sociedad win in September. A couple of draws in the league. Well, we're drawing a lot of games. We have only lost 1 game in the league, but we've had 4 draws already so far, and just the 2 wins. So it's not going terribly, but it's also not going that well. Thankfully, we've got a couple of, I think winnable games coming up with Wolves, Doria, and Southampton before a quite tricky November and a really difficult December period. Jesus. And I think that December period is what we're going to come back for then. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for the last group game of the Europa League stage, which is away at Sociedad, and we'll also bring you either the Everton game or the Bournemouth game. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll definitely come back in December. It'll probably be the Bournemouth game now that I think about it. But that is almost certainly a problem for next episode, and until then, make sure you get in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think? Do we stick with the 4-3-3, give these new players a bit of time to gel, or do we go back to the 4-4-2 from last season and see if we can get some bit of extra joy out of that? But get in the comment section and let me know. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think. Until the next episode then, ladies and gents, as always, thank you very much for watching. And again, if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a like on the video whilst you're here as well. I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Until then, look after yourselves. And yeah, Derby County, not as massive as I thought we were going to be at the start of the episode, but you know, it could be worse. Could always be worse. I mean, I'd definitely brush up on my German though, because that was pathetic.